Hey friends, happy Sunday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Hey guys, I just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I hope blesses you as much as it did me. I finished up my Bible study this morning of John chapter 16. This is an absolute gem, the whole book of John is. But we end it starting in verse 16. It talks about Jesus was telling the disciples about the grief that they were going to experience. In the previous chapters, Jesus clearly told the disciples, he laid it out what they were going to expect. He predicted his betrayal. He predicted his crucifixion. He predicted all of the things, the trials and the troubles and the persecutions that they were going to undergo. But here we have a period where Jesus knew that the disciples' hearts were just going to be shattered. As Christians, we know the Bible tells us in verse 33, Jesus said, "I have told you these things so that in me you will have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." And as believers, we know that we are no stranger to trials and to troubles and to just the things of this world. But sometimes we go through things that we think are that we fear will just absolutely just break our heart into a million pieces, and that we can never ever recover from. And this is what Jesus was talking to the disciples about. Starting in verse 16, he said, and I'm going to paraphrase, he said, you see me now, and in a little while you won't see me, but then you're going to see me again. And he predicts, he said, you guys are even going to fall away. He said, but it's going to be like, I love how he makes it so simple for the gospel to understand. He said, this grief that you're going to experience is going to be like a woman in childbirth, that this pain is so intense and she's so full of it. But then when the child is born and is brought into the world, that this joy, that this sorrow is going to turn into joy. And he was telling the disciples these things. This is what you're going to experience. And he said, but I have to go away. My hour has come. I have to go away, because then the only way that you're going to receive the advocate is if I go away, and it's all going to be for your advantage. So Jesus was very clear, that you are going to, you guys are going to go through some grief, but take heart, I have overcome the world. And it's only the Prince of Peace himself that can offer this peace. When Jesus said these words, he had predicted his betrayal, but at that very moment, Judas, the betrayer, was planning to hand over Jesus. And Jesus knew exactly what awaited him at the cross. He knew exactly what was in his immediate future. But he loved the disciples so much that he comforted them. He reminded them that this pain has a purpose, and you will see it. That's just like in retrospect, we can look back and see that God was always with us. So I don't know what you're going through today, but Jesus was very, very clear that in this life, in this world, we will have trouble, but he has already won the victory. We'll go through trials and troubles in this world, and sometimes we'll even go through heart-shattering things such as this grief, this intense grief that the disciples experienced. But Jesus said, in me you will have peace. The Prince of Peace has promised us that if we will look to him and if we will cling to him, that we will have this peace in the midst of everything. And let me remind you, that's tranquility in the midst of chaos. That's a calmness of heart in the midst of trial and tribulation. And it's a joy in the midst of sorrow. So guys, I really, really hope that blesses you. And I hope it reminds you to keep your eyes on the Prince of Peace. I'm going to finish up my run and get off to church. It's going to be a great day.